Hello, and welcome everybody to Thriving Through Thanksgiving, the first of 3 workshops focusing on how to make it through Thanksgiving, feeling good now and feeling good after, and even during. So, the first workshop, today's workshop, is about fueling for fun and frenzy. Because we all know, no matter how hard we try, the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, feels like a frenzy. So, first things first, welcome to the first of my 3 workshops where I'll be teaching you the strategies on how to stay energized through Thanksgiving. I'm so happy you are here. Some housekeeping. Before we get started today, I don't do a ton of promotion for my workshops. They're free and sort of like a giveaway to those in my circle. So if you are enjoying this, if you know somebody who is like, this is totally up their alley, send it to them. I thank you in advance. Email and devices, we won't be on this for too long. Shut down your email, your text messages, your watches, and just listen and learn. So, like I mentioned at the top of the call, this is the first of 3 series. So I will be back next Friday and the following Friday to share and impart some strategies that have really worked in the past for me and my clients, and I'm sharing them with you guys so you make it through the holidays unscathed. Also, stick around to the end. I've got free giveaways, exclusive giveaways, and fun ones to help you make it through the year. For the rest of this year. Oh my gosh, where is the time gone? Okay. So if you don't know me already, if you just kind of logged on, someone sent you this, I am your coach, Shannon. I'm a health and wellness strategist. I worked for over 20 years in food and tech marketing, and I loved it, but I got burnt out. I was constantly traveling and on a pitch and doing a Super Bowl spot. And while those were amazing things, I knew deep down I needed to shift. So, 5 years ago now, maybe longer, I shifted over and I started coaching people, and I've never looked back. There's so much about the food industry that is fascinating, but there's also parts of it where I just want to I want to help educate. What do labels really mean? What do marketers sort of get away with putting on packages or having these claims? And I want to help my clients really understand that and understand that landscape. So there's that. I'm also a certified nutritionist, so I meal plan a lot for people and kind of go in people's pantries and organize and really kind of pull out the junk, like literal junk and stuff that is marketed as healthy but is junk. I'm a home cook. If you follow me on socials at Syrup Coaching, you will see me cook. Part of what I do is not pretty food. It's just food that fuels you. So a lot more on that later, but it's not like the pretty gorgeous Instagram feed, but it's stuff that's really going to make you full and fulfilled for a long time. That's how I cook for my own family. So research junkie, I'm the person who's like stays up in the middle of the night, and my husband is like, what are you doing? What are you reading? And I'm like, I'm learning the 15 ways to make cauliflower toast and why it's beneficial for us. And he just rolls over and goes back to sleep. But I can't stop learning. I'm just one of those people. If you've done an Enneagram, I'm a 5. If you are a 5-2, high fives to you. We are a special breed. I'm also a mom of 3 under 6 years old. Again, 3 under 6 years old. So I have used all of the strategies I'm teaching you today in my own life with my busy family and career. So they work, and trust me, they really work. So what we're here to talk about today, it's not about me, it's about you. And it's about thriving through Thanksgiving and fueling for fun and frenzy. Okay, everyone raise your hand. Holidays are stressful. They're exciting, but they're stressful, right? Right? Yeah. And also raise your hand if this is true. Everyone gets taken care of except for you. Let's change that. starting right now. Okay. Today, you'll learn 4 things. We'll go into 1, why it's important and essential to fuel yourself, especially yourself first. 2, fueling strategies pre, during, and post Thanksgiving. 3, a timeline of when you need to shop, prep, and assemble for your fueling feast. And 4, the secret to giving yourself a peaceful moment over the holiday. It's possible. Okay, let's talk about you. You first. I know. It's not the me culture. It's not just centered around you. It's taking care of yourself. So I just want you to look at it from that lens. It's a very different lens. You are the bedrock of everything. So we need to make sure you are. One of my favorite quotes, I will butcher the pronunciation. I believe her name is Pema Chardron. I'm not great at pronouncing things. Let's just call a spade a spade. But her quote is, "Be the mountain in the snowstorm." And I think about that. I think of that is the mom of the family or the dad of the family, whoever is that big caretaker of the family, especially around holidays. Like, you are that giant mountain in a big old blizzard. And if that mountain is not stable, everything goes down. So taking care of yourself checklist here. So first things first, have mini meals throughout the day, because I can't tell you how many clients come to me after the Thanksgiving period and say, I don't know how I can make it through the rest of the year, the rest of the holidays. I don't eat. I'm cooking. I'm taking care of people. I'm running around. I'm driving people places. Pre-plan mini meals for yourself so you are fueled. What I like to call the second bullet is my high five handoff. My husband and I have it down to a science. So it's one of those things you don't really have to like say any words, just kind of high five. And then one person leaves the room and the other person is like, quote unquote, got it. So this high five handoff is whoever is with you in the kitchen and the house and wherever you are, make sure you have like one person, 2 people to hand off to. Like, when it gets to be too much, or a crazy relative is just like spewing crazy political things in your ear, like, and you need a moment, high five handoff. Like, pre-plan that with someone. Plan the plan. We'll talk more about your own personal plan here in a couple of moments, but plan your success and how you want the days leading up to and the day of and even the day after to look. And if you plan it, you see it out loud, and you also tell people around you, A, you're more likely to stick to it yourself, and B, those around you are more likely to support you too. So, second last bullet, do what makes you feel good. There might be ways that your family celebrates and you just don't feel it. You don't have to celebrate that way. I mean, if it's a 90-year-old tradition with your grandmother, maybe your grandmother may appreciate it, but you don't have to set up these really high expectations for yourself. You can also do what feels good, and then know that's enough too. Dishes can wait. There's a lot of Thanksgiving dishes, a lot. And if you have the tiniest kitchen in the world, like I do currently, any amount of dishes can seem like too much. But no, at the end of the meal, you can relax. You don't have to get it all done today. There's tomorrow for dishes. There's not a lot of tomorrow for other things, but like dishes are kind of one of the things that can wait. Okay, so fueling strategies of what to eat and when, because on the taking care of yourself checklist, like the mini meals, very, very, very important to keep you fueled, satiated, and going. So I call it the fuel the fun strategy. 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, and 10 hours between the last meal. Let's start with the last bullet first, because I think that always throws people off of like, wait, what? I have to wait 10 hours to eat something? Like, no intermittent fasting, no starving yourself here. Just know that the 10 minutes in between the last meal truly refers to finishing your dinner or your last meal like around like 8. at the latest. Like the sun has gone down, you like close the snack bag. No need to like have an extra like dessert treat at like 10 p.m. if you're still up, but like 8 o'clock, stop eating. Whenever you wake up, 6, 7, 8 the next morning, then you can eat. That's it. It's just a matter of letting yourself digest everything and letting your body kind of settle. And that will give you so much more energy. You won't feel bloated the next day or just like, oh, I ate too much. Why did I have that? Like, let's just like advance plans so you're not having those moments. And you have that window, that 10-hour window, 11-hour, 12-hour, however late it may be, you have that to kind of rest your body. And so then when you're up in the day, have 3 meals, 3 balanced meals, and 2 snacks. Don't have to go overboard in portion sizes or measuring things out. Please don't measure things out. That'll drive you insane, especially around the holidays. But really, it's all about making sure there's a cadence. So you wake up, you have breakfast, you snack a couple hours later, you have your lunch, you have another snack a couple hours later, and then you have your dinner and you're done for the day. Doable, right? Okay. And the only timeline that you really need to follow here is this one. Okay, fine. Follow the turkey and Thanksgiving prep timeline. Even have the turkey hotline number there if you need it. But have this like super simple timeline so you are taking care of yourself all holiday long. Okay? So the Thriving for Thanksgiving timeline, or the triple T. 2 weeks prior, make freezer ready meals. These are simple. It's stuff that you've already been making. Just freeze it in single serving portions. I really like, you can get them on, I don't think they have them on Amazon, but at Williams Sonoma, they have them, and as well as on Shark Tank's site, because the product was on Shark Tank. They're called Super, and they come in various sizes now, and they're like single serve portion size freezer things. So freeze a bunch of things you know are just like easy to eat and heat up, and they're just for you. Put them in the freezer and make sure that they're there. Just like you can do this the whole 2 weeks leading up to it. Like you had a great meal, you had some lasagna or you had some soup. Just freeze it in the super, stick it in the freezer. A week ahead, if there's anything you can make ahead for Thanksgiving and freeze it, like put it in your freezer, or if you have a deep freezer like us, keeps things really, really super cold, like make the stuffing, make the mashed potatoes, make cranberry sauce, like do all the things you can ahead of time and then just freeze it. And then 3 days prior to Thanksgiving, when you're already starting to think about, oh my gosh, I have to prep everything else for the meal, just do a couple of things that are super handheld, like whether they're just like lettuce wrap with meat or veggies, just a quick like granola and yogurt parfait or overnight oats in just like little containers. Get like cheese and nuts and grapes or apples or some dark berries and just like make those in little easy to grab compartments. We haven't talked about it yet, but I often tell my clients to do smoothies, like really like heavy smoothies through this time. Like whether it is a meal replacement for a lunch. I don't really like doing it for dinner because if you're like having that long break, you're going to wake up absolutely starving. But like a breakfast or a lunch, a smoothie with some like avocado and fiber and greens and dark berries and protein powder and almond milk and like something like you're gonna pour it and you're gonna be like, oh, you hear the glub 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 glub. But that's gonna stick to your ribs and make you feel full and also kind of help your digestive system. But you can freeze your smoothie ingredients ahead of time or prep them during this 3-day prep. And then one other tip I'll give you before the big meal, like have a glass of ice water with apple cider vinegar, just like a shot of it, like a tablespoon or more. If you like more, it's a pretty pungent smell and a strong flavor, but put that in some ice water and chug that before your meal. The enzymes in apple cider vinegar will help you not feel as full and help you digest that heavy meal quicker. Also on your Thanksgiving menu, if you have a salad, which you always want to leave out. It's like, it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to go all in. But the salad with very like citrusy, like acidic and salt. So like lemon, olive oil, salt, like arugula salad with a mix of herbs on there, like cilantro, mint, basil chopped up, super easy. But that will not only sort of like cut any of the fat of the meal, but also the acid will help you digest a little bit better too. So worth it to have a little bit of salad on Thanksgiving. Okay. So, and every day do this one thing. My last bullet here, drink water. Okay. We all totally forget to do it. All of us, but it's so important. So the secret to finding a moment of peace begins with counting. So yes, I love Goop. This is not all the way Goop. It's like Goop adjacent, but they're 4, 7, 8 breaths. These activate your parasympathetic nervous system and relax you, like completely, totally relax you. I will say when you first do it, it does feel like you're sort of like strangling yourself, because when you hold in that breath and then you have to release it, it's hard. It's really easy to breathe in. We can breathe in really deeply. We are all kind of trained to do that now, but to really breathe out slowly, that's hard. We don't let ourselves do that much. Can you imagine like how much better we would be at projecting our voices or singing or doing like athletics? Like if we did practice as deep of exhale as inhale. Just a thought, food for thought here. But let's try it together, okay? You can do this anywhere. Like I'm looking at like all the places here in my house that I could go and do this. You can do it when you're at a stop sign, when you're in a parked car, you can do it on an airplane. Like I was in a training years and years ago, and I was very nervous before speaking, and someone's like, no one knows when you're breathing. Because they have absolutely no idea. You are just like there and breathing, and no one can see it. They just think you're taking that natural pause. So let's practice 4, 7, 8. Okay. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now repeat that 5 times. It's hard, but you give yourself this moment to, if it's your high five handshake and you're having this moment and you just need to like literally lock yourself in the bathroom and breathe, do that. If you can't sleep the night before Thanksgiving, you're so freaked out about getting everything done, seriously, try this with your eyes closed, in bed, head on the pillow, lights off. It will help kind of like lull you into that sleep. Okay. So before we get to the fun of the giveaways, I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about what I do on a day-to-day basis. Yes, it's talking about how to survive the holidays, how to have more energy, how to really show up as your best self. But my specialty, my secret sauce here at Syrup Coaching, I focus on easy to implement strategies for busy people to get their energy back. It's lifestyle changes. It is eating changes. It's movement changes. I kind of work on the whole gamut, but really those things make huge shifts, whether they're really small and add up later or really impactful shifts right away. I really help my clients tackle all that. So whether they're a professional or a mom or an entrepreneur, like we all get our energy sucked out of us, and it's time to get it back. And I'm here to teach you how. So if you want to know more about my practice and how to work together, email me at shannon@thisissyrup.com or follow me on social at Syrup Coaching on all channels, and attend the next workshop on November 11th and then the final one on November 18th. So giveaway time. So what I'd like to offer today is like live on the ground help on your Thanksgiving. So I do my coaching through Voxer with my one-on-one clients, if like, need me in a pinch, have to ask a quick question, it's a really easy, safe, secure way to, talk about everything, but just like quick, an audio message. So I am offering one lucky person, the first person who emails me, Shannon@thisissyrup.com, free boxing coaching through their Thanksgiving. So they are guaranteed, not only with the tips in this workshop, but with the one-on-one help I will give on Boxer, you will thrive through Thanksgiving. So again, first person, Shannon@thisissyrup.com. I got you for Thanksgiving. So if you haven't heard already, my children are waking up. So I got to get to them and back to my other loves. So anyway, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Tune in next week and the following week. I will see you there.